So as per usual, DKOldies cannot get out of their own way, so let's talk about it. So first of all, I want to talk about the video I put out last Friday about a replacement console that DKOldies sent me. So a little backstory, about a month ago, I bought a backwards compatible 80 gig PS3 from them. I unboxed on camera and opened it up, and it was honestly probably the dirtiest console I've ever seen. So as we all know, they refurbish consoles. They say they refurbish consoles and clean consoles. This console was not cleaned and not refurbished. Obviously very disappointing. You've probably seen the video by now, but if you haven't, the video link will be down below. And then in response to that, I sent them an email and said, hey, I want an actual refurbished PS3 this time. So I'll show the email on the screen, but a little bit sassy there, and said, can you please send me an actually refurbished console this time? And basically they sent me another refurbished console, and I put out the video last week, opened it up, and what do you know? A PS3 was still not refurbished. And the question to think about here is, if they're sending me, someone who they know is going to get a bunch of views on YouTube for unboxing the console, if they're sending me that kind of console, what are they sending you guys? Like, if that's their cream of the crop, what are they sending everybody else who's not going to unbox it on YouTube? And the funnier part is, like, I'll show it on the screen, but the packing slip they included said, please clean. So whoever processed the return or whatever even told the cleaning team to actually clean this one, please, and they still didn't. So I don't know. The biggest issue I've seen here at DKOldies is they have a communication issue, and I'll talk about this more on Friday. I have a video I think you guys will really like on Friday. I have, let's just say, an inside source. We have a new video coming out on Friday about that, and yeah, I'll get more into that then, but I think they have a communication issue inside. We know they do. They're just the teams are not communicating. One team says, please clean. The other team doesn't clean it. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but just some food for thought. And to continue on the whole communication thing, another thing that I've seen a lot of stuff in the past that shows the communication is not there, but something I've seen recently is the whole warranty thing. So in my last video, I talked about the fact that I sent them this email. They replied back and said they were kind of reluctant to see that's in the PS3 since I had opened it up. And there's been a lot of people talking on YouTube how it's basically you can't put the warranty seal on the PS3 or any console for that matter. And essentially the emails they sent back to me said, usually we don't send replacements for somebody that's opened up a console because it avoids the warranty. And then people on YouTube were like, yeah, that doesn't actually void the warranty. And then somebody else, I'll show the screenshot on the screen, somebody else sent me this photo of them sending an email to DKOldies and asking about their warranty, saying, if we open it up, is it voiding the warranty? And this person says, no, it's not. So there's like conflicting information there. Both of these emails are within like 2 weeks of each other, and there's just so much conflicting information that we don't know what's actually going on there and like what their actual policies are, what they're actually doing. I don't know, just pretty questionable. And some more food for thought. You guys probably remember a few weeks ago when they made that video about how they refurbish consoles, and in that video they were replying to a lot of comments saying that they do indeed open up and clean all of their consoles. Now the replacement PS3 I got, I guess, so one thought I had that here is that they maybe changed their policy, that as soon as they published this video they decided that, yeah, we'll open up and clean the consoles now. I thought maybe they changed their policy, and before they weren't, and they didn't make that clear, but that's what one of my thoughts was. And to test that theory, I got this replacement PS3, which, by the way, the email about the replacement PS3 was after the refurbished video. So if that was a new policy, that policy should be in effect. So that means I should have gotten an open and clean PS3. And in fact, I did not. So we know that they're still saying that they're opening and cleaning consoles, but they're still not. So I don't know, guys, just wild. And this is not even the beginning. I have a few other points to talk about that are very interesting. Now, something DKOldies started doing, I guess, last week, they started making these videos where they take somebody's positive review on YouTube of their products, they kind of stitch it into DKOldies video and say, thanks for leaving us a good review. If you leave a good review, we might show your video here and we might send you some free stuff. So they're kind of baiting good reviews, which is like, that's, every business wants good reviews. So I can't blame them. It's just like, the timing of that is impeccable. Like the fact that we've seen all these bad reviews from me, Rich from Review Tech USA, anybody else who's buying console from them, and realizing that they're not actually refurbished. And just the timing of that, all of a sudden they're making these videos about, yeah, we refurbish consoles, and oh yeah, we're gonna reward people who make good reviews. Just the whole situation is sketchy. But essentially, this guy makes a video unboxing the DKOldies order on camera. And I've seen a bunch of people in the comments saying that it was staged, fake, or whatever. I looked through this guy. I found this guy on TikTok. I don't think it was staged. Like, I think he's just a normal retro gaming guy. He seems pretty positive about all the stuff he buys, so I'm not too surprised he was super positive about the DKOldies order. The whole video was just framed weird from DKOldies. At the end of the video, they're like, yeah, please Let me just zoom to it or fast forward to it, and I'll show you what they say. All right, so here's the bit I want to show you guys. Let's listen to this.
Sharing that, Tribe Wolf. As a thank you, and because I know you're a Zelda fan, I'm giving you a free copy of Majora's Mask with the expansion pack included. You're going to love this one. I wish I could film everybody's order that asked, but there just isn't the time. But if you want a second chance, post a video of you open up your stuff, and you might get featured next.
All right, so yeah, as you can see, they're now trying to get people to they're basically trying to get people to order from them, leave a comment saying, please form my order. So there's a very large incentive for people to buy from them. So they film their order. And then if it doesn't get filmed, they're like, all right, well, still, you can make a good review afterwards. And then we might film it then. There's nothing wrong with all that. It's just the timing of this second part is funny. And the other funny part, as you saw, Joey gave Tribe Wolf a Majora's Mask for the N64. So I found Tribe Wolf on TikTok. I found his original video, which, by the way, it's like 4 minutes long. There's some other funny bits in there. Again, I think there's nothing wrong with what this guy is posting. But it was funny how DKOldies left out the part where he unboxed the third-party controller, the Wii Remote, and the nunchuck. I'll leave that to you guys to interpret. But the funnier part is that literally like a few days before DKOldies sent him that free copy of Majora's Mask, he had actually bought a copy of Majora's Mask from a local game shop. Yeah, and you can see it right here. He bought Majora's Mask from some local shop. And DKOldies didn't send him a free copy. So I don't know what he did with the other copy. He probably sold it or something. I don't know. All right, you know what, guys? This is getting even deeper and weirder. So I actually filmed this portion of the video yesterday. And so this guy had a video, like I mentioned, he had a video where he actually bought Majora's Mask from a local GameStop wherever he lives. And then conveniently, DKOldies sent him a brand new copy, or not a brand new copy, sorry. They sent him a free copy a few days later. And I just thought it was kind of funny that they sent him the same game. I guess they didn't watch his TikTok, but then I go back to his TikTok page and that video is now gone. I'm probably reading into it too much, but I don't know why it's just all of a sudden gone. But I actually have a screen recording here that I took yesterday, and you can see his video here where he did indeed go to a local game shop and bought Majora's Mask, and then a few days later, DKOldies gave him a free copy. I'm probably reading into it too much, but it's just an odd situation. But let's move on to the next weird thing I saw. All right, so just today they posted this video, and I'll play it for you so you can see it.
And I'm going to show you how we open it. All right, I got an Xbox System Player Pack, and I used the coupon Retro Forever. That's right, first of many orders, new fan, loving what you guys do. Now that's what I call a beauty.
All right, so there's a few things in this video. I did a little bit of digging, found her original video, and first of all, there's nothing wrong with her video. Her video's fine. She unboxes it, whatever, on camera. Nothing wrong with her video. But the way DKOldies frames it is weird. Now, first of all, the first thing I noticed is that this video, I looking around the Xbox logo at the end, do you guys see that dust too? Like the kind of, I wouldn't say caked, but there's a somewhat of an excessive amount of dust around the Xbox logo. And while that's not a big deal, what that tells me is that if there's dust like that on the outside of the console, what does the inside of the console look like? And that's what we've been seeing recently, is that the outside of the console is pretty clean most of the time, but then the inside is just covered in dust, dirt, never opened, never refurbished. Now the shorts on YouTube are a bit grainy, so I don't know 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure this is dust, but it sure looks like it to me. And the other part that's interesting is going back to her video. This video she posted was on August 19th, 2022. So they are digging up reviews from 6 months ago to post on their YouTube channel. I don't know, a bit sketchy if it took them, they had to go back 6 months to find a good review. I'm just saying a little bit odd. And the whole situation is weird with these videos they're making where they're encouraging people to buy orders and make good reviews. I see why they're doing it. The whole situation is weird though. The timing is weird, as we know. This is only happening after they've had a lot of bad press because people are buying their consoles and opening them up and finding out that they're not actually refurbished, which is the whole issue. People have talked about the price for ages, but nobody's really talked about the refurbished and stuff until the last couple months, until we realized they're not actually refurbished. So yeah, just a lot of sketchy stuff going on, and it's something new every week. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is fake videos. So I've had a concerning number of people think that my videos on the DKOldies situation are fake, that Review Tech USA's videos are fake, that other people's videos are fake, and do you know how weird it would be for all of a sudden just a ton of YouTubers to be unboxing their consoles and faking videos? Like, first of all, my videos are not fake, 100% real. I literally have the camera proof. Obviously, I don't post the entire film to YouTube because I have to do cuts and stuff to make it succinct and people will watch it, blah, blah, blah. But I found this one video popped up of this guy calling Rich from Review Tech USA, his video is fake, calling my video is fake. He basically, I'm not gonna play the video, but he basically says that these jump cuts are suspicious. And stuff like that. Now, this guy very well is probably a troll. I don't know if he's serious or not, but he's probably a troll. Just thought it was funny, and this really leads me into other stuff about the whole fake video thing. Because I've seen a lot of comments where people were like, "Oh, you took that dust from your basement, and put it in the PS3, and that's not actually the dust and dirt from DKOldies." And it's like, guys, do you know how difficult it would be to find dust and dirt and perfectly place it in a console, and so that it would look like that? Like, you can't just stage dust and dirt. That's just, you can't really do that. And if I was able to stage that well in the video that I made of the dirty PS3, like, I need a different line of work if I'm able to stage dust and dirt that well. I'm sure there's something else I can be doing out there that would make a whole ton of money. But yeah, it's funny how many people actually think this. Now, like I said, a lot of these people could be trolls. I'm probably feeding into their trolls just talking about this, but there are a concerning number of people out there who defending DKOldies because they think these videos are fake. And that kind of leads me into another point. So I have a Facebook page for my channel, kind of basically the same thing as the YouTube channel, and I post kind of more shorter videos on there, a lot of the same stuff. But I posted a DKOldies video about the PS3, the dirty PS3 I got from about a month ago. I posted that on Facebook a couple days ago, and the comments on that video are very concerning. The video's kind of blown up, not really blown up for Facebook, but it's got a lot more views than the other videos I posted on Facebook. And there's a lot of people in the comments defending DKOldies and saying my video is fake. They don't believe me. They want to see a receipt. So let me just show you some of these comments, and yeah, they're just bad. All right, so this one is probably the worst, but this guy says, DKOldies is doing the Lord's work getting these games to people in working condition. You ordered a cosmetically flawed console, and they reserve their original controllers for other bundles or solo sales. Supply and demand, homie. Just the audacity to believe that DKOldies is doing the Lord's work by selling me cosmetically flawed consoles, which, by the way, the cosmetic flaw applies to, like, plastic missing on the outside, dents, scratches, or whatever. It does not apply to the console being dirty. That doesn't excuse the console from being dirty. Just funny stuff. And this next one is kind of how I was talking about people thinking I was faking videos. It says, I would believe if I was able to see the package open from the beginning. Fake reviews. Come on, man, really? And then here's this next guy saying, you bought a cosmetically flawed console with a third-party controller. You knew what you bought. You are ripping on them for providing exactly what you paid for. It works. You're set. Get over it. This is just, like, mind-blowing that I spent $400 on a PS3 that is supposed to be cleaned and refurbished, but it wasn't either of those things, and this guy's saying I got what I paid for. So I just, like, it blows my mind that people actually think this is, like, a reasonable thing to think. And then here's another one of the people calling it fake. Says, the box is open before you start the video. Box looks older than the PS3. I don't know who's more sketchy, DKOldies or the guy doing the review. I have no comment for that. Let's just move on to the next one. And this one's funny too. He says, you bought a PS3, not a PS2. The controller they sent you reflects what you purchased. So a little backstory. The controller they sent me is a third-party PS3 controller, which does not work on PS2 games. But I bought a backwards compatible PS3. So the backwards compatible the backwards compatible PS3 plays PS3, PS2, and PS1 games. So the controller I get, they say is compatible. So it should be compatible with PS3, PS2, and PS1 games, but it wasn't. And this guy's saying that I'm in the wrong. Come on, man. But yeah, there's like 1,000 comments on that video, so I'm not going to talk about all of them, but there's a bunch of them with people saying that the video is fake. They want to see a receipt. They're saying that I shouldn't be complaining about a cosmetically flawed console that's dirty. Just wild stuff. I'll link the video down below if you want to check it out. So thanks for watching, guys. And again, make sure you're here for the video on Friday. If you're into the DKOldies saga, you will want to see that video. A lot of interesting stuff is revealed there. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you then.